Okay, before I talk, I just want to throw some stuff in perspective. Okay, I thought when you were like 16, maybe through 20, maybe 20 something, or you know what I mean, 25 maybe. You still out here repping your set. You doing all the dumb shit. You doing all the the stuff that's normal to do when you're not educated on the shit that need to be educated on. But when you get to like 30 and you're still out here gang banging and repping property that you don't even own, it's housing authority or HUD now. I just want to know about this rat word, man, because people use it so freely. Oh, you're a rat. You're this. You're that. I'm just curious because y'all call a rat a person that never even been to the hood, never repped a set, someone that's highly educated, someone that actually works somewhere, and someone steals off them and they call the cops and they're labeled a rat. I just want to understand. I thought that was for like the neighborhood, like for the cats that's in the streets doing all the things like selling drugs and what have you, anything not operating as a law-abiding citizen, any criminal activity, anything of that nature. So yeah, I just want feedback from the viewers. What is a rat? Is it the hood guy that tails on a person so they can get a lesser sentence? Or is rat anybody that's telling for any situation? If it's, like I said, the perfect, not the perfect, but the person that's actually living right and doing right, and something happens and they need protection and they call the law enforcement, which that's what they're there for. You call them if you're in need of an emergency. But I hear people call them rats all the time, and I'm just, even at my for instance, I be at my job, and I'm like, some of these guys never been in the streets, but that's all I hear. Oh, you ratted on me. Oh, you this. Oh, you're that. Maybe some of you hood guys can throw me in perspective. I come from the hood, but I actually got educated and got myself out the hood. Um, like, if you're in need of protection, you should be able to call law enforcement to help you with that protection. That's what they get paid for, to serve and protect. So I just really want a perspective from a hood guy, or you know what I mean, or someone still in the streets. Hopefully you're not in your 30s or 40s still out here gang banging. But if you are, your perspective is well needed, because I just don't get it. We always talk about, oh, this person's a rat or that person's a rat, or you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. What is a rat? So just enlighten me, because I really need to understand what's the true essence of being a rat. Because me growing up, I thought, like, if you're running the streets and you out here gang banging, you out here doing the whole nine, and you get jammed up and you're with someone, and you tell them that person, whether it's in a courthouse, talking to a judge, or you're talking to the police, I thought that was a definition of a rat. Which I hang this word loosely, like everything's a rat. Like if you're handling your business as an adult and something happens, or your belongings get robbed, or someone, you know what I mean, someone robs you, or whatever the case may be, I'm just trying to give y'all some ideas. Is that a rat? I don't get it. You're protecting yourself. That's what they're there for. I know we've been dealing with a lot of police brutality, and that's another whole topic. But the cops are there to protect and serve. And if you're a law-abiding citizen and you call the cops because you were robbed, or you come across some mischief, in my opinion, that's not considered a rat. But I need to know your perspective on it. I'm starting my podcast, Wisdom by Drew podcast, and we'll be on here to talk about a plethora of things concerning all different type of topics. We'll also be interviewing people on major topics of different things, different discussions. But I needed to get this out there because I just that rat word it bothers me. I use it for everything. Everybody's a rat. Everybody's this. Everybody's that. Concerning a rat, like because I put myself in a position to get up out the neighborhood. I educated myself. I went to school, and if I come across a problem to protect my family, and the cops are needed, I'm not in the hood doing that. I'm not in the hood gang banging, doing any of that mischief that people be doing, like the criminal activity and all that stuff. So please enlighten me on what's a rat, because I'm confused now, because I feel like everything is a rat. I just heard a story the other day where this young lady was walking home. She was walking home from, I think she was jogging. I believe she is jogging or she was coming home. As a matter of fact, she was coming home from the grocery store. My bad. She was coming home from the grocery store, and then she was someone ran up on her and robbed her, and she got robbed, but the guy didn't use he didn't use nothing to cover his face. And you know there's cameras everywhere. So number one, it's the dumbest criminal I ever heard about, not covering up your face. And number two, I heard like the social media blasting her. Like, oh, you're a rat for identifying, I think it must have been the girl's brother or something, for identifying him, yada yada yada, y'all know. But that sparked this conversation. I just want to know, can you guys really tell me what a rat is? Because I'm lost. I've been thinking about it for a while now, and I can't fathom how back in the day when I was growing up, what a rat was considered. And now, everything's a rat. I mean, to tell me my wife and my kids in trouble, I'm not supposed to call the law enforcement and go about it the right way, fill out a police report just to make sure my family's safe, or I'm supposed to not say nothing so I won't be considered a rat. That's the problem with our culture, man. Within our culture, you're not supposed to do nothing when you get robbed, or you're not supposed to take the proper approach to anything. You got a shortcut and you got to go around everything, or you're no good in the hood. You know what? I'm fine without being no good in the hood, because a lot of the guys that I grew up with in the hood are either dead or in jail. So if I gotta fit into that, I'd rather fit out. For real, because that's crazy. Please, please, please. I need you guys' perspective on that. I mean, what is a rat? What ain't a rat? I mean, what's suitable to be called a rat? Is it the paperwork that comes from, I guess, the law enforcement agencies when they post it, I guess, online and all that good stuff? Is it the doctor walking down the street and get held at gunpoint and get the cops involved? Or is it that young lady that's being held in contempt? I mean, she has nothing to do with it, but she's seen a crime. She's held in contempt to testify at that trial. Is she considered a rat? I mean, if she's held in contempt, she can actually go to jail for not testifying if she's seen a crime. So hopefully you guys, number one, subscribe to my YouTube page. And share your thoughts. And I need conversation, because I've been lost with this thing for so long, and it's like my people are suffering in our communities because we're living by these different codes. There's no growth there, living by these different codes of the streets. And if you've been if you've been alive long enough, you understand that living by them codes only get you two things. You possibly could go to prison for the rest of your life, or you can get killed and end your life. And I know I'm not gonna touch everyone. I'm not gonna touch base with everyone. Everybody's not gonna understand where I'm coming from with this. But I would definitely love conversation from the guys who actually is in the streets and dealing with this everyday code of conduct in the neighborhoods. I'm gonna say in the black community, because it can happen in a white community, but I'm just saying the communities all around the world, we live in these morals and codes. Ratting and snitching it's the same thing. But we live by these moral codes that don't allow you to progress in life. We need to get to a place where ratting stays where ratting stays. That's specifically when people are criminals and doing criminal activity. Then yeah, I feel like that is more appropriate to call someone a rat if you're going to use the word, period. But not everyday people, everyday working people, everyday people taking care of their family that's not in the streets, and criminal things happen to them. Because it can happen to any one of us. And then we get the people that's supposed to protect and serve, which is law enforcement. And we're called rats. And snitches and whatever the terms y'all use, man. And I just hope that I can just at least touch one person. Then I feel like I made a difference, because I'm lost for words with it. And the more and more I think about it, the more and more I see it happening in not only the community I grew up in, but the communities around the Pittsburgh areas, other cities that I've been in, abroad as well, overseas. All this stuff happens overseas too. They might get different languages, but it all equates to the same thing. And we gotta do better as a people, as a whole. And especially if you're in your 30s, you shouldn't be out here still carrying around these street burdens and these hood tactics, and should be trying to live right. We should be trying to elevate our life to a better place. Because I understand when you an adolescent, you're going to get into some trouble. In your teenager, you're definitely going to get in some trouble. Maybe in your early 20s, but coming up into your late 20s, 30s, there should be a calm about you. You should be like, okay, I'm starting to figure stuff out in my life. This is the path I want to take. So if you're out there listening to me, I just want you to know that there's somebody on your side that come from the hood, been to jail, been scarred. But at a certain age in my life, I was able to say to hell with all the mischief, with all the bullshit, and at least try to live life right. I mean, I still stumble, I still fumble a little bit every now and then, because I'm human. And I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to make mistakes. But I just minimize the mistakes I made in the early stages of my life. And the word I'm looking for is called growth. You grow a little bit. And you elevate yourself to a different level. Then you try to become something. Then once you plant that seed, that's the true essence of life. And I pause a little bit because I be wanting to marinate, so someone can get the word. You know what I mean? Like I said, everyone's not gonna like this word. Everybody's not gonna even want to hear the word. They might not even want to watch it because it's me. You know what I mean? Some people are like that, but that's not gonna deter me from trying to get it out there to the people, because that's my purpose here on earth. Is to encourage people to do better. And I believe I've done that in a couple lives out here. And I've encouraged people to move forward in their life, even when it seemed like they couldn't. So take this time to dig deep down inside yourself and ask yourself, am I worthy of living life right? Am I worthy of comprehending and understanding what life is fully about? I veered off topic a little bit. But the topic was definitely about rats, snitches, and how can we fix that, because it doesn't apply to everyone. If you're not in the streets, you're not a rat. That's my opinion, but I also want your opinion. So please, please, please come subscribe. We're going to have many, many conversations. I want your opinion. I want to know what you think. Give me some feedback. And definitely hit that subscribe button. This is Wisdom by Drew Podcast. Andrew Carnes Speaks. And I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for tuning in. And I will let you know when my first episode airs. Love, peace. Have a good one. Stay blessed. Y'all but ENT, we in the building. Young About Action Entertainment.